Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Terraria with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day, as always. So I have to first apologise because I've done a bad. I never like doing a bad, but sometimes I do a bad, and this time I've done a bad, so let me explain my bad. I have gone and killed the Golem and made loads of stuff, and I did it as an episode, and then I realised that I didn't record it properly, so yeah, let's, we're going to have to pretend that didn't happen, and we're going to go back, and we're going to do it today. And I literally just finished recording that episode, well, that non-episode, hence why I've still got loads of random loot on me. You can see I got the Golem mask, and I got a Mystic Staff of Earth. Those are basically the two bits I got. But let me run you through what I've been doing between this and the last episode, and then we're going to go and farm the Golem for a little bit, because I didn't really get the stuff that I wanted anyway. Now, in the episode that should have been the last episode, but isn't, I made a few things. So, I finished up making my Ankh Charm, and I upgraded it into a warding Ankh Shield, which is great. I had to do 2 rerolls to get warding on it, which is pretty good, and obviously gives us a grant immunity to pretty much most debuffs, and the immunity to knockback and fire blocks due to the shield. So that's really handy. I've also made myself the Spectre gear, and I've made both the helmets. Now, I know it's kind of a controversial matter between the Terraria people that the Spectre hood is rubbish. And you know what? You could be totally right. But I like to have both because it gives me the chance to play with both of them. And you know what we're going to do today is we're going to go take on the Golem. And we're going to do it twice because I would like to try it once with the Spectre mask and once with the Spectre hood. And if you don't know what the differences are, these are basically major loadouts. And the reason I went for these is because I changed my grinding area, my mob grinding area inside the dungeon. I moved it to a different place and I managed to get my hands on an Inferno fork. So I have a mythical Inferno fork, and this guy is pretty good. It's not the best, you know, there's better items, but it's pretty strong. So once I got my hands on that, I was like, well, that, you know, that's the deciding factor. We're going with some Spectre stuff. And the good thing with the Spectre gear is it has 2 different types of bonus effects. So the first thing is you get lots of increased magic damage, reduced mana usage, and critical strike chance with different parts. But the main differences are the hood. So the Spectre mask gives you more defense, but it allows you as the set bonus to do magic damage done will hurt extra nearby enemies. So as you do damage, you're gonna do extra damage. Little sparks fly off and do damage. If you switch that out for the hood, you get 6 defense, so you get less defense, but you also get 40% decreased magic damage. That's almost half your magic damage decreased, but the effect changes. So it changes to magic damage done to enemies heals the player with lowest health. So instead of doing additional damage, it heals you, which is, you know, not bad. I go down to 71 magic damage with my mythical Inferno fork with the hood. If I'm wearing the Spectre mask, I'll be doing 105. So there is a fairly hefty difference there, but, you know, I can see the uses for both of them. If you're doing a large area with many guys, you're taking lots of hits, maybe it's going to be a good idea to use the hood because, you know, you're not going to die, and anything's better than not dying, really. So I kind of like it, but I'm going to play with both. I'll make my mind up on what I prefer. So we'll go with that. But yeah, we're going to make our way back down to the jungle. I've already got all the stuff that I needed because I got it all ready in the previous, I want to say the previous episode, but it's not. In the previous sitting of playing, I got all the bits ready. So I have some night out potions, mana regen, iron skin, you know, all the bits. Some sugar cookies, and that's pretty much all we need. The Inferno fork does work. Like, it literally disposes of him. The other things that I'm using for this fight is I have a Sorcerer's Emblem, which is not bad. I would like to switch this out for something different. And the Arcane Celestial Cuffs, which are pretty good. They're better than the Mana Flower. I quite like the Celestial Cuffs. And obviously we have the Ankh Shield. Most of the items on here that I have, I've gone with defense, or the warding, just so that I can, you know, make up for the resistances that we're losing from using this armor, because this armor brings me to 57 defense in total with all the warding on the stuff. If I didn't have warding on the stuff, we'd be looking near a 40, so it's quite a difference compared to my previous armor. Before we had this, I had about 70 plus, So it's, it's a hefty hit, but we're going with a mage build, and obviously mages are a little bit squishier than most characters, aren't they? If we want to go for a heavy defense build, we would go with something like beetle armor, which is good armor as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with all the different armor sets. We're going to make all of them, and, we're just going to play around with them, because I don't want to be stuck to one type of armor. I would like to, be able to experience all the different types, so that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. But let's make our way down into the jungle, go find Mr. Golem, and we're going to have a little bit of a fight. Alright, we're back at the lovely jungle temple, and we need to make our way down into the room where we're going to be killing the golem, where the golem spawner is. I like using the deadly magnet sphere while I'm just killing regular mobs, because it just does so much deeps. It's amazing. I would quite like to get myself another power cell if I could as well, because I currently only have one power cell. I found loads of power cells the last time we came here, and honestly, I have no idea what I done with them. Like, literally cannot remember for the life of me. I think I have some left inside some of these chests as well, so if we don't manage to find one, I can grab one from inside one of these chests. But I did come and take out all of the traps which I used in my dungeon grinding area that we put together, which is, that's alright. Let's get rid of all these guys. We've got a couple of levels that we need to make our way down through, and then we'll be able to fight the golem. It shouldn't be much of a problem, it's a little bit of overkill with the items that we have at the minute for fighting the golem, so it should be pretty easy. I'm probably not going to set up any bonfires or any heart things. There we go, another lizard cell, good stuff. So yeah, I don't think we're really going to need those, but I'll give you a general idea on how to take him out, and some of the little tactics. It's pretty much the same as any other of the bosses, well, most of the main bosses really, that you just need to dodge all the dangerous parts. That's pretty much it. The main dangerous part with the golem is his head, because when it detaches and starts flying around, the head can do a fairly large amount of damage, so yes. But here we go. Alright, so I've got my Inferno fork, which is ready. I have my buff potions, I have my lizard power cells. Hello there. Oh man, if he dropped an Uzi then I'd be over the world. Yeah, we've got most of the bits we need. We're going to do the first fight with the Spectre mask. I'm going to keep a close eye on my health. And last time I did this, I went down to about half health. Then we're going to switch out for the Spectre hood. We'll try again. We'll see how we do with that. But yes, here we go. And let's buff up and start firing. So this is going to do a load and load of damage. Absolutely tons. The chance are we're probably going to take the arms out first. I'm going to get rid of my map for this because it's easier to have them at a little bit of a distance. But yeah, basically, you want to avoid the arms as much as possible. The arms are actually pretty easy to avoid because you can fire them back as well. If he fires the arms, you can kind of knock them back in like that. So if you do that, then you can do a fairly decent amount of damage. Once he gets down to a certain amount of health, he's going to go ahead and start detaching his head. It's going to fly around and do a fairly decent amount of damage. So you want to try not to get hit by that. But as most fights go, we're pretty much just going to keep jumping around like a madman. And firing at the body as much as we can. There we go. I've reached about half health so far. I'm going to health up and keep firing. And I haven't actually used any mana potions yet because of the cuffs that we've got. Any damage that I take is actually going to go and replenish my mana, so that's pretty handy. Now, make sure that we don't touch the head as much as possible. Dodge as many as the shots, and basically just keep firing at the body. That's pretty much it, and he's almost dead. Not much more now. And there we go. There goes the golem. See? Nice and easy. A little bit of overkill with the gear that we've got. So, yes. But we did just get the pixel, which is great. I love that. Let's see if it's... yeah, here it is. 35 melee damage. It's a pretty rubbish one, I must admit. But it does allow us to mine the lizard bricks, which is very good. So I'm very happy that I managed to get that. We are going to have to re-roll it into something a little bit better, but... yes, and I also got some more beetle husks which can be used to make the beetle gear, so we will go ahead and make that at some point. Alright, so let's try this again now, but we're going to use the Spectre hood, so we're going to be doing a considerably less amount of damage, but we should be, you know, keeping up a large amount of HP, so here we go. And you're basically going to see me continually getting healed during this. But damage has been, you know, it's gone down a lot. So, and I did just have to use a mana potion, so we haven't got as much mana regen either, which is one thing. So this is a lot less of a, this is more of a very much a defensive build. And the one thing I don't like, I think, is the mana that we're getting. But you can see I got a lot back there when I got hit, so we can pretty much kind of just stand here. And we're not really going to take that much damage, because you can see I regen an absolute buttload, so it's nice. It's not bad. I wouldn't say they've ruined it by changing it, but they have definitely, you know, it makes fights a lot more drawn out and a little bit more boring, I would say. But it is nice, you know, you get all the health back, and we're pretty much not dropping below full health that much, as long as we drop, you know, as long as we jump most of the skill shots and whatnot. But yeah, but I definitely can't spam my weapon as much as I generally would like to, which does make this a bit more of a drawn out fight, but hey, that's the price you pay for being extremely durable. This is taking a lot longer. Just for the fact that I can't really spam this. And obviously bear in mind that we're doing 40% less damage. So that is a considerably large amount less on the old damage front. But there we go, we've reached the second phase. And I took a few hits there, which is good, so it means I can get a bit of health and mana back. But a couple of well-placed shots, and you'll see that my health will go straight back up, which is great. So I don't really know which one I prefer. I think both of them have their place. I think both of them are useful, definitely. You know, you practically can't die when you're using the hood, which is nice, I guess. And for things like the Pumpkin Moon and any of the events, I can see that being pretty handy when you go into different phases of it. You know, they progressively get harder, and if you're taking a lot of damage, I can see that being really handy. But yeah, there we go. There's that one done. What do we get? We got some more healing potions. Got another staff. A godly staff. Oh yes, very nice. And we got some more beetle husk that we can do that with. So it's not bad, I guess. I don't really like the staffs. I just think they're a bit rubbish. They're alright, I guess. You know, they fire out big balls. Everybody likes big balls. And they're, you know, it's just not that great. I don't really like it. I wouldn't really rate them that much, but hey. But we did manage to get the Pixel, which is pretty good. Let's see if we can roll this into something a little bit better. I'm going to swap the hoods out. I'm probably going to go with the Spectre mask. I do prefer the more offensive side of it, but you can definitely see the benefits of going with the hood. The battles are drawn out, but you don't die, which is one thing. So, you know, it's not that bad. But hey, let's go and re-roll this a little bit. How much dosh have I got? I have 75 gold, so we should be able to re-roll this a little bit and see what we can get. So, got ourselves a heavy one, a damaged, superior. I do like superior, but can we get anything better? Strong, superior again. Alright, I'll go with superior for now. And maybe once I've got a bit more dosh, I'll re-roll it a little bit more. But there we go. We got a superior pixel. It's not bad. It doesn't do as much damage as the chlorophyte pickaxe, but the pickaxe power is better. So we have 210% pickaxe power, and obviously it's an axe at the same time, which is always handy because that means I can drop my quick pickaxe axe, which is pretty handy. But hey, that's it. We went and defeat the Golem a couple of times. You know, pretty easy battle. We have got some pretty good gear to be taking on the Golem, so it's not going to be that hard for us. You can do in pretty much any of the gear that you can get your hands on, the later gear. I prefer the Spectre gear because we got the you know, because we got the mythical Infernal fork, which is quite the beast of a weapon. I think in the next few episodes we're going to move away from doing the bosses for a little bit, and we're going to look into getting ourselves some more items. So even though I've got, you know, some good stuff, I would like to get the best stuff that I can. So Duke Fishron is something that we definitely need to go into because he has a very good thing. We need to we need to defeat the Ice Queen as well. That's going to be a thing. So we can get some pretty good stuff from there. I would like to make all the other types of armor just to try them out. So maybe we'll make the beetle stuff, you know, that's pretty good. I've got all the turtle shell so we can upgrade the turtle armor. And I still want to make some of the Shroomite stuff because some of the Shroomite stuff's pretty handy. There's a few accessories that I would like to make for the Shroomite stuff. And, well, not accessories, but a few like items that I want to make. And I think that's pretty much it, you know. There isn't a great deal left on the armor side of things for us to be going into... I might make some of the... I've kept my chlorophyte stuff because I kind of like that armor, but, you know, this is... I don't want to say it's the best, because some people, you know, everyone has their particular playstyle, don't they? Maybe you prefer the beetle armor with something like a melee weapon or such. You know, the beetle armor would be great with our Scourge of the Corruptor, because our Scourge of the Corruptor is a melee damaging weapon. So even though it might not seem like it is, so you know, maybe people prefer that. But I do generally tend to lean towards the side of magic. I think it has a much higher presence in the later stages of Terraria. It just seems better. If anything, I'd say the other classes need a bit of a buff, but we do have 1.3 just around the corner. So now that we're in the stage of, you know, beating the last few bosses, going into the events and trying to grind ourselves some of the latest game items, I think we're going to be ready for 1.3. It's going to be exciting. Cool beans. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I do apologise at not being able to show you the crafting of these items, but you did get able to see all the stuff. The Ankh Charm, I think I showed pretty much all the items off in the last episode. The only thing that I was missing was the bandage, the medicated bandage. I had to go and farm a load of werewolves to get the parts for that. And that's pretty much it. We already had the obsidian shield, so once you got the Ankh Charm, mix it with the obsidian shield to get yourself the Ankh shield. Rerolled it a couple of times to get the warding. The celestial cuffs are pretty easy to make, and yeah, obviously the Spectre mask is your regular chlorophyte and your soul things, whatever they're called. Have I got any around yet? Ectoplasm. There we go. You know, that's not bad. I've got 15 beetle husks now. Hey. I want to go get the rest of the key molds as well so that we can do that. But I think in the next episode, we might go and fight the pirate invasion, because it's really strange, but I haven't actually had one pirate invasion since I've been on hard mode. So I generally have loads. So I would like to go and do that and see what bits and bobs we can get from there. So I might go and, you know, get myself the stuff from the ocean biome so that we can go and summon it, and we'll do that in the next episode. Great stuff. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Have yourself a great day. Have a good as always, and bye-bye.